Okay, so in today's video, this is our video back from a long time not posting videos, but today we're going to be talking about, I don't know, the Clippers were down by like 50. It was 77-27 at halftime, and I'm pretty sure they still ended up losing by 40-something to the Mavericks, which it's not like the Mavericks are the best team in the league. The Mavericks are good, but the Mavericks aren't the Lakers. And also, I mean, I know they don't have Kawhi, but the Mavericks don't have Kristaps, and that's bad for Paul George. I'm sure that Paul George wasn't able to do that. Paul George couldn't have done that. Like, Paul George, you're supposed to be that a superstar. That's why they got you on that team, to be a superstar with Kawhi, for y'all to be co-superstars. But you're gonna lose by 50 without Kawhi. It's just like the Mavericks. That shows Luka Doncic is really good, and this Mavericks team is a really good Mavericks team. Luka Doncic, I'm really hoping Luka Doncic will wind up being really good, but she's crazy. Like, how do you do that? How? Just like, last year we were the 2 seed. We're going to be like 2-3 seed again. Well, you're not going to be the 2-3 seed again. If you're going to be the 2-3 seed again, you don't lose by 50 to the team that was the 7th seed last year, that maybe they could be like the 4th seed this year, but still. The team that was the 7th seed last year, and their team didn't really change, except for they don't have Kristaps now. And your team didn't really change much. I mean, you don't have Kawhi on the court, but you were the 2 seed last year. Paul George, you're a superstar. Paul George is a superstar. I don't get how you can mess that up. I don't get how really Paul George goes out there and just like doesn't do anything for your team. I don't know. But really, like, what do you expect from this team? You don't expect losing by 50 from this team. I think the Lakers going back to back, but I thought this team was gonna go like, win like 50, 55 games. I mean, they are 2-1, but it's the beginning of the year too. They lost by 50. I don't think a team that lost by 50 can win 50 games. Like, is a team that lost by 50 gonna win 50 games? I don't think that's realistic. A team that lost by 50 is not going to win 50 games. Do you hear me? A team that lost by 50 is not going to win 50 games, and that's clear. That should be clear. And I don't know if that's just like a fluke, but I don't know when Kawhi's coming back. But if Kawhi doesn't say Kawhi actually gets injured, I mean, obviously got injured there, but if he really, really got injured, this team would be, I guess, horrible, because Paul George is not the player he was in Oklahoma, or especially not the player he was in Indiana. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you just give up and try to do a rebuild? Like, do you trade Blake Griffin? Well, I mean, you don't have Blake Griffin, but like you traded Blake Griffin, do you trade Paul George? I mean, I don't know. I mean, this team is still going to be good. Trust me, they're still going to be a top 4 seed, but maybe even fall down to 5. But I'm just saying, like, you don't do that as a franchise that is calling themselves a competitor. Lost by 50. I don't know if there's ever been a team to lose by 50 and make it to the finals. I don't think there's probably ever been a team to make it to the finals and lose by 50 in a game. Like, I mean, obviously, like, there's no way a team has made it to the finals the same year they lost by 50. Like, that just doesn't happen. So you might just give up now. You're not going to compete. And anyway, the Western Conference is with LeBron. So look, like you got beat by, well, I mean, I guess they got beat by the Nuggets, but LeBron beat the Nuggets. So you got beat by LeBron. Like, you got beat by LeBron, LeBron had Anthony Davis, who you had Montrezl Harrell. And now you don't have Montrezl Harrell, and the Lakers have Montrezl Harrell. You're competitor, but apparently the Nuggets were your competitor last year. And so now they have them. So you can't beat them now, because they would have beat you when you still, and then you lost. And you also, they don't have Lou Williams, I don't think. But you signed Marcus Morris on a giant contract, which they have Markieff Morris. He's a twin. They won't know who's who. I mean, they're wearing different jerseys, but it's just like, don't know who's who. They're the identical twins. So you should just put on a Clippers jersey and play for the Lakers. But yeah, I mean, really, I don't know what else is more to talk about with this situation, but really, you're the Clippers. We need to be watching the Clippers and seeing what happens. Which I feel like part of it, I'm not gonna lie, part of it could be firing Doc Rivers. Tyronn Lue is not a coach like Doc Rivers. You lose Game 7 to the Nuggets, and you're just like, it was your stars' fault. But they're superstars. You can't blame it on them, or they'll get mad. So you gotta blame it on your coach. Fire your coach and get a coach who was, the only reason he was a good coach is because he didn't even have to be the coach. LeBron was the player coach. He didn't have to be the coach, because in Cleveland, I'm not saying LeBron's a coach in LA. I mean, he's not playing nearly as much of a coach role. But when he was in Cleveland with Tyronn Lue, he was the coach of that team, and nobody else was. 5% of the coaching was done by Tyronn Lue, and 95% was done by LeBron. So Tyronn Lue is not an amazing coach. So I feel like that could be part of it. Like a coach that is not nearly as good as the coach you had last year. I mean, I don't want to say that it's like the game's all about coaching, but then I don't want to like say coaches aren't an important part. Because if you had Phil, there would be definitely a difference if you put some teams that really good teams that won finals who had amazing. Maybe they weren't the best team to ever win a finals, and there might have been a team a little bit better than them, but they had an amazing coach. If you put Tyronn Lue in that team, they might not win. They might not win the NBA finals. So coaching matters, and I mean I think that's that's all I'm really gonna say today's video. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Just saying that, just like how do you lose by what the Clippers lost to the Mavericks? That's disappointing. It's disappointing for the whole franchise. I don't know how you can do that. But yeah, I mean, as a Grizzlies fan, I'm not happy either. The Grizzlies are 0-2 right now. So, but Ja Morant's doing really good. But the Grizzlies are 0-2. So I was hoping the Grizzlies were going to do it. But then the Grizzlies don't have Jaren. And now we're not talking about the Grizzlies this video. I don't know why I'm talking about the Grizzlies. I just want to talk about the Grizzlies. Maybe in my next video I'll talk about the Grizzlies because I really want to talk about the Grizzlies. But yeah, that's it for this video. But yeah, tell me if the comments aren't disabled. The comments are probably disabled. But if they're not, put a comment down below what you think about the Clippers. You think I'm stupid and the Clippers are still going to be winning the NBA Finals this year over the Lakers, or you're with me. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe. It's free, I think. I don't think it costs money to subscribe. So subscribe. And I don't get why. You can hit the bell if you want to, but I don't really care. I just care that you subscribe. And if you like the video, it may be decent, but just subscribe. That's all I really want you to do. And dislike the video if you're a Clippers fan. Please dislike the video if you're a Clippers fan. I just need to know how many Clippers fans watch my videos. So yeah, if you're a Clippers fan, dislike the video. And tell me you're a Clippers fan and that you dislike the video if the comments aren't disabled. But yeah, I need to stop trying to make my watch time go up. You probably already clicked off the video by now. Nobody's probably watching this end part. So bye.